About a couple of years ago, I was watching a video where they were making glass blowing. They were making what's called a Prince Rupert drop inside a block of glass. And a Prince Rupert drop is like a bead of glass with a tail. And that bead is so hard you can hit it with a sledgehammer and it won't break. But if you just break the tail, the whole thing shatters. And they shattered it inside a piece of molten glass to just create the effect and see what it looked like. Anyway, they failed lots of times, but the guy said, if you're going to fail, fail all the way. And I took that on board. So this is my failed stellated octahedron, or Stella Octangula, if you like. And this is the solution I've got to come up with to take the process further with the failure. Is I've got two pieces of copper pipe, 2.5 inches long. I've made a centre for my tailstock where that can go in, fits nice and tight. And I've got a collet chuck with a piece of pipe. And what I'm going to do, and I'll do it now. Oops. Hold on. Ow, 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 ow. I stood on a hot glue gun wire and got hot glue all over my fingers. I'm going to put hot glue just inside the pipe, all the way around. Then I'm going to, wish I hadn't got that glue on my hand, I'm going to put one tip in there. And quickly, I'm going to work quickly as I can. I'm going to put glue in the other end. Oops, and try not to drip it everywhere. Ow, ow, it's hot. Oh, I let that heat up for ages. And get that in there. And then when I'm finished turning, the trouble is with this, in a way, I could adjust this a little now. If I can get rid of this million-mile string of stuff that's coming out of the hot glue. Come on, break off. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that was a disaster. Oh God, that hurt. If I can now get it off my hands as well. Yeah, there it goes. Right, I've got a little bit of time. I wasted a lot of time there to just check my centres. Get a bit closer, because this is the only time I got to adjust it at all, is now, while that glue's still molten. You haven't got a lot of adjustments, so you're going to have to make the best that you can out of this and work out where you want your points to be. Now, I'm going to also get that stuff still sticking to me. I'm going to get my pen. I'll put pink lines, but I'll put them on the wrong side of the point. And this is something I learned about from, you know, I'm learning from this. Something's not going to work out right there, but this is the point of taking this to its limit. I'll find out what's wrong with the process and I can fix it. The reason you can't just turn that between the cup centres is because when all these little bits fly off, the only thing left to support the wood is those little points on the end of the tetrahedron. They would self-destruct. So there we go, we've got some kind of thing. I can unplug my hot glue gun. And I'm going to let that cool down for a minute. And the idea is when I'm finished, I can take the pipes out, heat them up, heat the pipe up until the hot glue melts, and then remove the thing hopefully without damaging the tips of the Anyway, let's see how we go. How are we looking? Well, we're kind of looking okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to tilt you sideways because the light gets in my way. I've got to change the way I've got my light set up because it's good for filming or turning, but not both. Oops, didn't let the glue dry long enough, I guess, because it's just come loose. So, in fact no, it's broke the tip off, so that won't work. So there we go. Something I've just found out, that this won't work, this method. So I'm going to have to come up with something else. So there we go, a little bit of there are little artifacts left in each canyon, you know, between the faces, that you have to take off with a Japanese saw. Very easy, it takes no time. I've given it a bit of a sanding, and inside the bauble it actually looks okay. Try and get it in a better orientation, but as I say, it's not perfect because I went too deep on those cuts. So inside here, that line should continue straight across and meet that line there, which they would. You know, there again I've gone too deep, so I'll have to remake this, but I'm not unhappy with it because I really like this chucking solution. I put plenty of hot glue in the end and it also stopped those little bits flying off at me. So yeah, yeah, you can see there's a tetrahedron between my fingers there, and there's a tetrahedron between my fingers there, so it's two tetrahedrons, like we've pushed one tetrahedron through another, and then the points come out the other side, or the other side, depending on which way you go. If you cut off all the points, you'd be left with an octahedron, which is why it's called a stellated octahedron, as well as Octangula, Stella Octangula. So yeah, I'll remake this. I won't video it because I've got the process captured now, I think. Little bit more concentration on the straightness of my lines. A couple of them I had to sand a bit straighter because they were a little bit wobbly, and I think I'll have a good result. Thanks for watching.